Jean Sumner's book, Finding Joy, gives you 52 weekly tips to bring more joy and happiness into your life. Get your copy today with a small donation at worldwellnesseducation.org. Healing Journeys is presented by World Wellness Education, whose mission is to educate the world about wellness one story at a time. Hi, I'm Tracy Brosman, and today I'm with Amy Keel. Amy is going to share her healing journey from a severe burn. Thank you for joining us today, Amy.
Thank you for having me. So
tell us, you had a severe burn. What were you doing to get burned?
Actually, I was making dinner, and the vegetables had started boiling, and I went to take them off the stove.
Okay.
And I didn't see in my peripheral there was a big spoon sticking out of the pan. So I hit it with my hand, and it just pummeled.
Splattered?
Yeah, right in my face. Right in my face.
Oh my gosh.
It went from my temple all the way down to my chin.
Wow, was it really scary?
Yeah.
Yeah. It hurt?
Yes. I think I was in shock initially, just what just happened. You know?
Now, I know that you didn't do what a lot of us would have done, maybe gone to the emergency room, or, you know, my thing is always grabbing the aloe vera, grab my aloe plant. What did you do?
I actually ran instantly for my lavender essential oil. Okay. It just triggered in my brain that was the best thing for it, and I began treating it right away. Just straight lavender.
Did you put ice or anything on it before?
I did not.
So you just went for the lavender.
Mm-hmm. And then shortly after that, I did put some vitamin E oil and kept it moist.
So that night, you know, you're eating dinner now, and were you really scared that you might scar, or
I was a little concerned because as it started to blister and look worse, I started getting a little concerned about scarring, but I just kept it moist. I created a balm with peppermint, lavender, frankincense, vitamin E, and tea tree oils.
Okay.
And I kept it with me in my purse and just kept it moist all the time. And I started seeing, healing results within days.
Wow. So. How long did it take before, because I don't see any marks. I mean, you showed me a little bit underneath your hairline, but that doesn't that doesn't look like much at all. How long did it take?
I would say the beginning of the third week is when there was just no sign.
So most of us, I mean, I have a scar from a burn, when I was much younger, just on the top of the oven. I still have that scar. Yeah. So, I mean, I'd be really worried that my whole face would have been. And
vanity.
Well, yeah, because on the hands, it's like we have lots of scars on our hands and arms and, but not on the face. So that's amazing. So tell me a little bit more about why you would have even have thought to go for lavender oil.
Well, because I have an interest in, herbal healing and essential oils, and I've been using them for years. And it was just, I guess, my instinct.
Okay.
Based on, what I do. I make my own soaps, make my own lotions. So it's just ingrained as part of my lifestyle.
So do you use the oils in making the soaps and the lotions?
I do.
And is it every oil, does it have a different purpose?
Oh, absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about that. What's lavender? Because you went for lavender. So what is in lavender that made you think that this would, help stop the pain and not help?
Well, lavender oil is very good for burns and abrasions. It has a analgesic type property to it, and it's good for killing germs.
Okay.
So that was just my initial.
So to prevent infection.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then what made you choose some of the other herbs? You said peppermint?
Well, peppermint, peppermint it tends to be a hot oil. So I wasn't quite sure at first.
I was going to say, why would you put a hot oil on a burn?
Because it actually helps bring the blood to the surface and promote healing. Okay. So I didn't use a lot of peppermint, but I used, enough to make it,
And you said frankincense?
Frankincense is fantastic for so many things. I tend to use frankincense in almost everything I do. It has It has analgesic properties.
Okay.
It has been known to help with things like skin cancer.
Okay.
It is.
It has
It's yes, it has a lot of very good properties.
Okay.
So, and tea tree, I use tea tree in quite a few things, especially in having children. I've used it from everything from chiggers to bug bites and scrapes, and it's very good for topical
Okay.
treatments.
That's great. So, and within 3 weeks, you were completely no scarring.
Yeah, yeah,
That's amazing.
I was actually very happy with the results.
So tell me about some of the other things that you use oils for. I know you said you make your own soaps and lotions and things like that. If somebody wanted to, like if I wanted to make, do you make laundry detergent?
I do.
So what's involved in that?
Well, being that I make my own soaps, I use my all natural soaps in my laundry detergents.
Okay.
Boric acid, and you just kind of boil it up and
So, and do they last a long time?
it does, and it's actually things smell clean. They don't smell perfumed,
Oh, that's
which is what I
nice.
really like about
Do
it.
okay, so, the biggest thing is, do your whites stay white?
Yes,
And
yes,
your
they
colors
do.
stay bright?
And I have children.
And
so
what about stains?
it works? You just
Okay.
pre-treat like you would anything else.
Okay.
You pre-treat, and it
That's
works
awesome.
great.
So what other things do you do with the oils?
I use them for my pets,
Like what?
like flea treatments,
Oh, really?
especially my lye soaps.
Okay.
Wash the dog in the lye soaps, and the fleas just don't like that.
That's
so,
really good.
And what else do I use them for?
So you away from a lot of chemicals then?
Yes.
You're able to stay
yes.
away.
I try to, I use them in my cleaners. I try to steer as clear as I can.
Now, do you use them as vaporizers or anything like that?
I do. I
Okay.
do. I have a diffuser from
Okay.
Young Living, and I use that on a regular basis
Great.
to help keep the germs down. And
So, and I'm assuming you can use them as perfumes as well?
yes, actually,
Okay.
I wear patchouli oil like every
Okay.
day of my life since I was 16, I think.
Really? So do you do it because you like the smell, or does it have a certain property that...
It's a natural antidepressant. And
really?
when I was younger, I had trouble dealing with that sort of thing. So that's what got me started using it. And I don't even smell it anymore, but I do love how it smells.
Okay. So is that how you got started with the oils then? Was because you were looking for something?
Yeah, I've
there?
always had an interest in natural healing and herbs and things.
Okay.
And just through seeking treatments for myself, I guess, is how I actually gained interest.
So if your kids get a headache, or if they get a burn or an owie, do they come and say,
They
which oil do I
do.
need to use?
They do, absolutely. The best one is my husband, because he's the biggest skeptic ever.
Really?
But I catch him getting in my oil bag all by himself now, so.
And you just have a hidden smile, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So now what made him a true believer?
He has chronic back issues, and he works retail, so he's often, comes home in pain. So
He's
I'll
on
rub
his
him
feet a lot.
down. Yeah, I'll rub him down with some peppermint and some Valor and different, different mixes, and he started to see that it actually works. So he'll get a headache, he'll go straight for the peppermint,
Okay.
and
What about for colds? Your kids must always come home with colds.
they actually, my son has always been the worst for
Okay.
colds. If there was anything out there, he would get it. But he's actually been, since I started using the oils on him on a regular basis, he doesn't get sick.
So it builds up the immune system as well.
It does.
So
it
what
does.
do you use on him to build up the immune system?
There is a mix called Thieves, and it
Okay.
has like cinnamon and clove. It's very spicy. If he gets any sign at all of a runny nose or anything, I just rub it on the bottoms of his feet,
Oh, okay.
and it'll knock it right out.
Wow. So you don't have to use a diffuser or anything?
No, I do.
Okay.
Just as preventative to kind of kill the airborne germs.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll treat him before he goes to bed, and he'll wake up okay.
That's really awesome. So what other great uses do you use the oils for?
I'm always making balms, and I have roller balls that
Okay.
I create treatments for people. family with muscle aches and different things. I love experimenting with it just to see,
if it works.
Yeah.
And
Well, I know it will, but it always amazes me when it does.
And what works.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So do you mix different oils then, like you did for your burn, for different things?
I sure do, depending on what it is that they have going on.
So I know there's a lot of skeptics, I have a friend who we just recently he started using the oils, again from the Taste of Wellness. He was at the Taste of Wellness and he has a deviated septum. He can't sleep through the night. So it started working. So it's really fun to see somebody who may be a little bit skeptical and then it's like, oh my gosh, it works.
Those are the best.
So tell me like a family member or a friend that was skeptical. Do you have?
I had a girlfriend who had torn her rotator cuff and she was in a lot of pain. And she didn't like taking the pain meds that the doctor had given her. So I created a balm for her to apply before bed, and I used things like peppermint and clove and eucalyptus, and had her apply it before she went to bed. And she woke up the next day and called me right away and said, "That's the first night of sleep I've had since this happened to me."
Really?
So
in one night,
yeah,
it was relieving the pain at least for her.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. It's amazing when we're out of pain, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if somebody would like to find out more about how to use oils or what you're using, how would they go about doing that?
I have a website. It is called augustasway.com. And I have a blog there where I, post different recipes and experiences and things that I use the oils for.
Great. So augustasway.com?
Yes.
Great. Amy, you healed so well from the burn. Why do most people not use oils or not go that route to be able to experience benefits?
I think people are skeptical because we're sort of conditioned to believe that, the doctor has the answer and that, modern medicine is the way to treat what's wrong with us.
Right. But oils have been used for how long?
Oh, it's known back to biblical times that oils have been used. I mean, things like frankincense and myrrh were more valuable than gold back then because of their healing properties. I just think that we've gotten away from that as a society, and people maybe just don't know. They don't know to ask either.
Right. Well, it's absolutely amazing. Now, we know that stress can cause so many diseases, or maybe not cause, but at least is a contributing factor to almost everybody that I've interviewed with their healing journey, other than you. I think this is the first time. But are there any oils that people can use for stress or to help relieve the stress in their lives?
Absolutely. The best one that I have found for personal use is called vetiver.
Vetiver?
Vetiver.
Okay.
It is so very relaxing. The first time that I utilized it to kind of bring myself down a little bit, I put it on my temples, and within 15 minutes, I was just level. It was amazing.
Wow.
That and of course valerian. That's that's what they derive Valium from.
Is valerian?
Is valerian.
Oh, really? Now, what about lavender? Is lavender something because I know I love it on pillows and bedding and things like that.
Yes, absolutely. It is very relaxing.
Okay.
In fact, I just heard that in nursing homes, they'll often take a tab of cloth and pin it to someone's shirt with lavender on it to relax them.
Wow. So it has a lot of qualities. Now, are there any oils for like energy? To give you more energy?
Absolutely.
Not to put you on the spot or anything, but there are some.
Sure. There's an oil for that, right? Okay. There's an oil for everything.
Well, there really is an oil for everything. And
Absolutely.
We've talked about energy and stress and healing from burns, headaches, helping with sleep through the night. What else?
Muscle aches, scrapes, abrasions, even certain therapeutic oils you can take internally for issues.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Very informative.
Thank you.
To share your journey to wellness or find out more information, visit our website at worldwellnesseducation.org. We make a difference one story at a time.